What's going on, everybody? Derek Connors, the Acadian Carpenter and Coin Collector. I just wanted to share my latest mail call. I have tested everything, and everything is real. Obviously, those ones are easy to test, but everything else passed with flying colors. Just wanted to share little words of inspiration for some people out there. 14 years ago, I was a functioning alcoholic and drug addict, and I ended up going through a divorce and pretty much lost everything for the sole reason because while I was going through my divorce, I had a mountain bike accident and ended up having a major concussion, which went untreated and it turned into a post-traumatic concussion, I guess they call it. And I couldn't talk, I couldn't walk, I had all kinds of verbal inadequacies, and I've only been over the last 4 or 5 years that I can really form halfway fluent sentences. I still struggle with it a little bit. I think it's more now a residual effect of the self-awareness of how I was talking, stuttering, and whatnot. But anyway, because of my drug addiction and alcoholism, I was unable to put money away aside for emergencies such as having an accident and losing my job. I ended up, during the divorce, it was so bad, I ended up in a homeless shelter in my hometown. Because of my drug addiction and alcoholism, nobody found me a savable person to be around. So I ended up living in the homeless shelter for about 8 months. And I guess the reason why I'm showing you or excited about my coins is because it's, kind of proof that we can dig ourselves out of the miry clay and pull ourselves back up by our bootstraps and move on with life. Now, fast forward 14 years. I've been remarried for 11 years. I have another kid, so between the two of us, we have 9 kids and 7 grandkids. We own our own home outright. We own business building outright and another large piece of land outright. And by outright, I mean no bank notes. It's all ours. And it's weird. It's super weird to know that just I don't know where I'm going with this. Willpower, family support, knowing that I'm a better person than I was, pulled me out of it. Now, I get those addicted personalities, so I decided to start dumping my money into silver. And this is one of my latest mail calls to add to my collection. I don't want to call it a stack. I don't really like calling it a stack. I do resell some of it down to shop. My wife owns NV Gifts and Taunton Bay Soap and Tea Company here in Sullivan, and I've opened up a silver counter down there. And I also have doing sales on puremetals.com. You can find my puremetals.com website at the top of my profile. I'm pretty sure you can find the NV Gifts profile, website, web link, whatever, in the same area. And I just kind of wanted to introduce myself a little bit and let you know that your troubling times can and will pass if you really want it. I was severely addicted to drugs really bad for a really long time. From the time I was 12 years old, I started. My first rehab was 14, and I got the receipts to show it all, and plenty of people that will back me up on how much of a douchebag I was. But I straightened out. I quit drinking in 2021 because I ended up having a major accident and had third-degree burns on both legs. From the knees down, full circumferential in my right leg. I had surgery on both legs, skin grafts from the knee down, and then I had to learn how to walk again in 2021. And I remember laying in that hospital bed thinking, I will never drink again. This is all my fault because of that goddamn alcohol. So like I said, I kicked the drugs back in 2011, I think it was, but I just continued to drink. I was a heavy drinker. I wasn't like irresponsible, but I drank every day, and I drank a lot. And me and my brother were having a campfire, and I'd been cutting wood all day, and I filled up my chainsaw beside the campfire pit, and I filled it up during the day, and then nighttime came around, and I went over and touched off the fire pit, not realizing my chainsaw gas can was right beside the fire pit. And the only thing I remember is looking over and see that little nozzle at the top of the gas can start flickering. And I remember stepping around the fire, kicking that gas can because my brother was standing like right beside it, and it was, I could literally like see it starting to go down in, and she was getting ready to explode. And I kicked it, and right when I did, she exploded all over my legs, and that chainsaw fuel acted like napalm, stuck to my legs. It wouldn't go out, and I ended up getting life flighted to Portland, which was like a 4-hour ride. So I got my free helicopter. Well, I can't call it free. It was a very expensive helicopter ride. And yeah, I spent a month on the burn unit there, and I did all my own rehabilitation back home. I never went back to a doctor for about 6 months against doctor's orders, but me being a stubborn person I was, decided to do it all on my own. I mean, I've done it all on my own ever since. But the one blessing I did get out of it was, well, there are many blessings that I got out of it. My family life's much better, and I don't drink and can save money now. But I found a love for coin collecting. Coin collecting was my therapy. It was my escape from everything that I was going through. I found that I didn't think about the pain nearly as much while I was sitting there looking through coins, looking for rare dates or errors, which now I look back and it's kind of funny because 90% of the errors that I found they're just hilarious. You know, it's probably the common errors that people always think they find. But now I got a true love of the collection. You know, some of these cat hair will definitely be in my own collection. Like this one right here is definitely my collection piece for now. Same as that. I'll probably sell one of those and keep one. And I think so far this is my best Morgan to date. She was really kind of pretty. She's got, I hate showing my fingernails. I'm a carpenter and a woodworker, and my hands are grubby. And I know people don't like that, so I'll get some gloves and start doing some proper videos if you all enjoy this. But if you do me a favor, hit that thumb button, like button, whatever the hell you call it, and give this old man a follow. I've got plenty of stories, and would love to share something with you, because this is all my therapy. Thank you all. Nice to meet you. Like I said, this is Derek Connors, the Acadian Carpenter and Coin Collector. Peace.